Hello, hello. Hopefully, this is all live and working. I'm so excited to be here. Happy Friday and happy April. It seems like the tides have changed. There's sun, there's blue sky. This is my jam. So, today I want to be sharing with you how to crush your Q2 goals. Because if you're like me, you might have had these big ambitions, started 2024 with grand plans. February, March, a little backsliding, but that's totally fine because now that we're in Q2, think of this as a refresh. Refresh for your ambitions, refresh for your goals, whether that's personal or professional. And how we're going to do that is through some really actionable tips. So if you're new here, my name's Caitlin Fritz. I'm an award-winning mentor, entrepreneur, and business educator, and I've worked with about 650 plus founders from around the world to build, grow, and scale their impact-led ventures. So whatever you're building, I've probably seen something like it. And like I started off earlier, it's insane that we woke up and it is April. That means at the end of this quarter, we're officially halfway through the year. And I like to plan my year on 12-week sprints. So I was super inspired by the book 12-Week Year. I'll make sure to add a link down there. And it's really about chunking your year into 12-week sprints because when you think about it, and guilty as charged, when you have yearly goals, you can have a bad month, you can have a bad week, you can let it backslide until September. But when you think of a 12-week period, you can really only have one off day. Everything you do is designed and calculated to deliver. And that's what I'm talking about here today. So what I want to do is give you some fun, rapid fire questions. Get excited. So if you have a piece of paper, open up the notes app on your phone, whatever you do to record, I'm going to share with you some rapid fire questions that I want you to just answer first thing that comes to mind. So, the first one, what has been your biggest accomplishment since January? Question number 2, what has been your biggest learning in this quarter? So Q1, January, February, and March. What was your biggest lesson? Number 3, what has been your biggest hurdle? So, biggest roadblock, biggest headache. Question number 4, who has been your best connection this year up until this point? Who was a game changer, whether it be for a client, a partnership, or even just your own business development? And looking to the future, what's business critical for you in the second quarter? What is make or break number 1 top priority? First thing that comes to mind, write that down. And okay, we're at the end of Q2. What does success look like to you? Standing on June 30th in the sunshine, what do you want to look back and have accomplished? Because when we're able to think about these very quick fire, gut responses, it really shows us what our priorities are. Because if everything is a priority, then nothing is a priority. When you are too scattered, when you are split across 5 different things, goals, and elements, you're really not moving towards any single one. So, when you think about it, to crush your goals in the next 3 months, you need to have one. Goals should be SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, time bound, and relevant. I got those out of order there, but you know what? It happens. So, when you're thinking about your biggest goal, it needs to be something that is a business priority. It needs to be relevant to your streams of work. And it needs to be something you can actually accomplish. Yes, I'm all about realistic optimism. So, what I like to do is ask any entrepreneur, when you have your big goal, you can start asking yourselves, okay, if this is my goal 3 months from now, for example, if my goal is to launch a course in 3 months, what do I need to do in April this month to move the needle on that goal? I probably need to start doing some course outlines, prospecting, talking to some of my live clients, what they enjoyed, what they would want to do in an e-course, get those fundamentals right. And then I'd ask myself, what do I need to do in May? May would probably be a lot of marketing, design, filming, getting all of that content ready to be launched in June. And then in June, for it to actually come to fruition, it would need to launch. So picking a launch date, coming up with a launch strategy, launch plan, emails, all of these things would need to be in alignment to have a successful Q2 goal met. So that sounds great, right? Reverse engineer it, be able to come up with the steps and action plans that you can take week by week to move the needle on that goal. Okay, but how does this actually work in your business? I am all about using tools to improve efficiencies and operations. And one tool and framework I really like to use is a dashboard. Like I mentioned earlier, if you have 400 priorities, you're not going to move towards a single one. I recommend having at max maybe 3 priorities for a quarter, really main business critical goals. And each month, then reverse engineering what I need to do to make that possible. So I like to make a dashboard on something called Miro. You can do this on your wall with stickies. You can do it handwritten online, but the framework is the same. Have a coffee date with yourself. Take 20 minutes. You can even set a timer and really outline and brainstorm what actions need to be planned in each month to make this happen. I'm someone, I like to make things idiot proof. So, for example, if I know I'm launching a course in June, I will probably need 5 emails sent in May and probably 5 more in June. So, that is at least 10 emails promoting the course. So I would put a sticky on here, 5 emails on May, 5 emails in June. That's the kind of level I do it. Some people do it more broad, such as marketing, but I think that just gets muddled when you're in the day to day. So I've made this PDF, the exact dashboard I use, in a PDF. But if you like Miro and you want me to share the Miro, just drop me a line and I'd be more than happy to. And by having a dashboard and by having it visible, it's almost like this unofficial accountability buddy. Because the biggest question I ask is, okay, dreaming, that's exciting. Coming up with a plan, some people love it. Then it is the follow through. So you might be asking yourself, how can I stay accountable for my Q2 goals? One, visibility. I have my dashboard up on the other wall so I can see if I'm on track and where I am in progress to my monthly goals as well as my quarter goals. The second thing is a business buddy. It's like working out. If you tell someone else your goals, they're going to be able to hold you accountable. I am someone who I like to have one or two really trusted business friends and confidants that I am able to bounce ideas off of, be a sounding board, and they're able to hold me accountable saying, hey, we haven't seen any posts from you, or hey, how are those 10 launch emails going? Very important. And if you don't have one of those, I would even consider getting someone like a business coach. I have been coaching entrepreneurs now for a while, and I know half of the battle is staying on track in this incredibly busy world we live in. And it's only getting busier with spring recitals, summer drinks, and everything in between. So if that is what you're looking for, also don't be afraid to drop me a line. And those are my quick tips to keep you in line and crushing your Q2 goals. Number one, give yourself a sense check. Go through those rapid fire questions and see what has been your biggest learnings and where you want to move forward. Step two, create a dashboard. Create that hierarchy of priorities and design an action plan with the end in mind so that you can reverse engineer success. And step three, stay accountable. Time is going to fly this quarter. I mean, we're already in the second week of April. So if you're able to stay accountable and on top of your goals, you're going to be able to look back in no time to see the major amount of work and progress you've made in your business. So that's it. It's so good to get on here. My goal is to really keep revamping this YouTube with practical questions and insights and also knowledge so that all entrepreneurs can benefit, especially my everyday entrepreneurs. So do give a like, a subscribe, a follow, listen into the podcast, which is now also on YouTube. And I look forward to talking to you next time. Bye for now.